What's up, y'all? It's time. Welcome to Indiana Fever Files Volume 3. Okay, so on this particular one, what we want to talk about is this. We want to talk about the improvement of the team, because with each season, anticipation and expectations just continue to jump higher and higher. You got Caitlin Clark in the house, and because of this, we know just how imperative it is that Indiana Fever take things truly seriously, try to put a championship contender, championship winner back in Indiana, which would be the second franchise championship if it were to take place. And I think for the Fever, when you look at it, when you really take a microscope and you look at, okay, you're going to obviously bring back, your great core, Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, and you hope you bring back Kelsey Mitchell, right? But if not, you have to do what you got to do to find a suitable two guard to take over for her. I don't think you could just insert Lexi Hall. I think you have to do thorough search out there and try to find a two guard that will work for you. But just spoke of Lexi Hall. What's Lexi Hall going to do at Unrivaled? I think she's going to learn. I think a lot. I think she's going to develop a lot. I think she's with fantastic hard workers, superstars, players that are driven. She's going to pick up and add a lot to her game, her creation, her dribble. I'm looking forward to watching Lexi Hall play, because I'm not just simply watching to see what these players going to do in their inaugural campaign for Unrivaled. I'm watching to see, what kind of new tricks to the trade that they add to their game. And you also have, to me, what was the biggest shock in signing, or should I say, coming aboard Unrivaled, and Katie Lou Samuelson. I just didn't foresee that one, so that one caught me by shock a little bit. So when I look at Katie Lou Samuelson, what can she add? What can she add to a game that could help her next season with the Indiana Fever? Or could it potentially be that, coming off of her pregnancy, she had to work her way back into, playing shape, or work her way back into, the rotation? Could she just have a better second or third season with the Fever? No, I think it would be a second season with the Fever, because she have a better campaign. So I think that's something we want to see. And we want to see if Katie Lou can add to her game. So I'm hoping to see Katie Lou expand, although I think it's more likely that Lexi Hall, being a little bit younger, is probably going to get a chance to grow her game. And then Aaliyah Boston is also taking place in Unrivaled. So you got 3 Indiana Fever players playing in Unrivaled. So Fever fans, what does this do for you? Does this make you more excited to watch Unrivaled? Because I was going to watch anyway, because despite the not participation of Caitlin Clark, I'm in this, for real, because I love the game of women's hoops. But when I look at it, I say this. Grace Berger is somebody that has to play, because there's players that can't come back. I don't know if we should dive into that, or if I should dive into that right now, but there are players that just can't return, simply put in playing. They didn't go over to the Valkyries, because the Valkyries could only take, well, actually, I thought they could have, I'm not sure how that works, but I know they took, let's just say this, they took Timmy Fabinley, and now we're stuck with, Christy Wallace, Erica Wheeler, I don't know. I mean, to me, in my opinion, I don't know how you guys feel. You'll let me know in the comment section, supposedly, hopefully. But I wouldn't be interested in bringing either one back. Me personally, I would be interested in getting a high-quality player, preferably a guard at that number 8 spot. Also, Grace Berger, I just mentioned her name before I got sidetracked. Grace Berger needs to play. She needs to be the backup to Caitlin Clark. She needs to come in the game and be allowed to play the game of basketball, because she could play on both ends of the court. And so, Stephanie White, I think, will do a great job of taking advantage of that, or so I hope. This team, as they move forward into year number 2 of the Caitlin Clark era, I just want to find a perfect happy medium. And I know that's impossible. I want to find a happy medium where, Aaliyah Boston can cook, Caitlin Clark can cook, they can cook together, they can alternate the cook-off. I'm hoping, that they are able to both just have an absolutely tremendous campaign. They both had, wonderful seasons last year. But it's always about the next step. And then here's another thing that I want to, kind of pinpoint because, I'm looking for this team to take the next step. I would say this: if they could win, if the Fever could win 30 games, which maybe sound like a long shot right now, then I say Caitlin Clark is in the running once again for the MVP, and she might just win it. And I think that would be enough to bring Stephanie White potentially. Can you win head coach of the year twice? I believe you can. I think so. Why not, right? I think that would bring her, another coach of the year award. If she was able to say, get this team, because they're gonna play 44 games next season. Yeah, 44 games. So I'm like, if you can get them to like 30 wins, that would be absolutely sweet. And I think that would just, that would be great. Obviously, you're gonna have to, establish yourselves in the playoffs as well. You can't be getting swept now, although you got the coach that swept you on your side this time. So hopefully that'll be great. But if I ask myself, what are RC's expectations for the Indiana Fever in year number 2? I would say you want to play players on Caitlin's timeline a lot more. So, if you get a young piece, you get like a young player in this draft, which you are, you're going to add youth, play her with Caitlin, play Grace more, address the Kelsey Mitchell situation. I've been back and forth countless times, but I don't see how you can do this without her. I think my only takeaway, the only detractor I have with Kelsey is I think it's how small she, like, I don't want to be that person, to say, talk about Kelsey's height, but I think you need a big 2 guard because Caitlin, she's a nice size for a guard, but I think you need a backcourt guard that could be like 6'2", that could be a little taller. But what do I know? Kelsey Mitchell is cooked, and she has been great this season. So, you can get it done with her. You definitely can get it done with her. Maybe I'm just nitpicking. But if you get a chance to resign her, I think you got to do that because that's your core 3. I think you got to get a forward. I don't know what they're doing with Alyssa Smith, but I would just be honest. I don't like Alyssa Smith like that. It's nothing personal, but I just think you can upgrade. Me personally, if it was left to me, I might even start Demiris Dantes over her because at least you're going to get a guaranteed 3 ball from her. You're going to get a good passer. I think Demiris, pick and pop game, stretch the floor. I like Demiris a lot, so I don't want to know if they're going to bring her back, but that's something to kind of debate. And then lastly, Victoria Saxton. She needs to play. I might even do a separate video on her just to talk about this. Similar to Grace Berger, Victoria Saxton needs to play. Like, seriously, she needs to be in the game. She actually has talent. She's not just here because, she keeps Aaliyah Boston company or whatever was said. She got game. So it's up to the Fever to, it's up to Stephanie White, new coaches, new GM, new staff to get her time, reps, get her involved. Otherwise, what is she there for? So with that, Stephanie White, I think she has a great track record being able to get players brought along. So the future could bode well for Berger and Saxton. Again, these are players on Caitlin's timeline. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. This has been the Fever Files, Volume 3. Hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Glad to get another one of these out to you. Stay tuned for more. And with that, like, share, subscribe, comment. I'm out. Peace.